Hi everyone, it's Gerriann with scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and this evening we are working on the Ariana workshop on the go 8-page layout class. I have the embellishments for the program. Again, our brand new catalog for Close to My Heart goes live on August 1st on my website, which is gerriannarmstrong.ctmh.com, and you can purchase any of the items out of the catalog. We're going to be using, on the next class, we're going to be using the Seaside collection, which is on page 122 and 123, 124, and 125, with the stamp sets on 126 and 127. It's a real nice beach summer theme, so we're going to use those first next month. And we'll do cards and maybe a 3D project and some layouts. All new card layout cutting guide, as well as a brand new cutting guide, as well as cards and layouts. So we're going to do 6 layouts, a little more intricate, fun kind of things. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to walk you through and let you know which pages I chose for which pieces. The cutting guides for this workshop can be found at scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and you're going to look for the February 23rd, 2014 post, which has the cutting guides and layouts. You can find the link right in the chat right now on Ustream. So I'm very excited about that for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let me just copy this really quick so that when other people come in, they can see it. Control copy. All right. All right. Oh, let's get rid of the HTTP. Okay, hold on. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be using our Make It From Your Heart Volume 2. The layouts for this program are 2, 3, 5, and 9 out of the book. The cutting guides, again, are over on my blog. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull my cutter out. I'm going to go ahead and show you my... I always put together a... page protectors, 5 page protectors, and I label each of the pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now these papers I got, they're craft cardstock. Michael's had a sale, really good, definitely the same quality as the Close to My Heart craft cardstock. So I tend to use it when I can find it pretty cheap or when I'm out. So that's what my base pages are made out of, is craft cardstock. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. This is pattern paper number 1, and I'm going to be using this piece here from Close to My Heart. I'm going to go ahead and take my autofocus off here.
Sometimes I feel...
What?
Sometimes I go into the stores with you first. Sometimes I go to the scrapbooking stores with you.
Sometimes you do, yes.
Because I'm here to help you look.
Yeah, sometimes you help me look. Alright, so this is pattern paper number 1, and I'm going to be using this damask paper. Pattern paper number 2, side A, is this piece here, this nice big floral print. And then this is pattern paper number 2, side B, which is this nice green print as well. Then we have pattern paper number 3, and I'm going to be using this sorbet kind of print. On the back are these little shell or scallop kind of things. pattern paper, or solid cardstock number 4, I have a piece of the gray that is in the collection, which is called Ariana Gray, and that's for solid cardstock color number 1 and solid cardstock color number 2. For solid cardstock color number 3, I have a piece of outdoor denim for piece 1 and 2. So that's outdoor denim, so the blue, the real dark blue. For solid cardstock color number 3, I have white daisy, and also for piece number 2, those are pretty much photo mats. And then for solid cardstock piece number 4, I have a piece of sorbet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get cutting, and we'll go ahead and put our pieces together as the cat is now trying to climb in all of my wonderful fun things. So I'm going to put this away just so that I don't lose any of the pieces, and I will show you how I go ahead and cut up the paper for our layouts tonight. So pattern paper number 1 is, again, this damask. Our first cut is going to be at 6 inches. Our second cut is going to be at 4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch? Yep, 1/2 inch. Okay, we also are going to need and I cut this wrong because I should have cut at, what is that, 11 inches first, so that we would have had a 1-inch piece, but we're going to play with that a minute. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut at 11 inches. We're going to go ahead and cut our zip strip off here. And we're going to cut at 11 inches. Then we're going to cut at 2 inches. And at 2 inches again. Each of these pieces we're going to cut at 5 1/2. And then this piece is 1 3/4 by 8. And I should have another piece of this, because this is, what, 6 inches, and I need it to be 7. So we're going to go ahead and do a 1-inch square. And we'll just piece this puppy together. No one will ever know unless you tell them. So let me find a piece of Scotch tape. And there we go. We'll just tape this puppy together. Nobody will ever know. And there is our 1-inch piece. So these are the pieces here as laid out. We're going to go ahead and stick them in our book for sorting. So this one is for page 5. This is for page 1 and page 1. This one here is for page 5. This one here is for page 6. These two are for page 3. These two are for page 4. And this one here is for page 2. And that takes care of our very first piece.
And the rest are extra pieces that go in the way back.
So, are you through yet?
Honey, I'm not going to be through for a while.
Are you finishing the recording?
No, I'm recording right now.
When will it be ending at?
When will it be ending? Later. Much later. Alright, this has a note that says first cut at 10 inches. So again, we're going to go ahead and take the zip strip off of this one. We're going to cut at 10 inches.
Stop biting.
Oh. And then we're going to cut it at 6 inches. This piece is 2 by 9. These pieces are extra. Then we're going to cut at 6 1/4. One at 3 inches. One at 2 inches. And then we also need 2 pieces at 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And we need 2 of those. All right. All right, so this is the pieces. This is the second pattern piece that we're cutting, and I'm on early this evening. Actually, I'm on early because I really want to just get this done. Hubby went and got a new lamp for my light, and it doesn't work. So I'm hoping my light didn't die, because that would be sad. So that one's for page 2. This one here is for page 7 on the back side. These two are for page 1. This one here is for page 8 on the back side. Okay, so that is our second pattern piece that we've done. The next piece is side B. So all these little pieces are extra, so we put them in the way back of our thing because we'll use them as pieces when we go to embellish. Alright, so here we go. So this is, we've got a 3 by 12 inch piece. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1/2 inch by 12 inch pieces. So we've got 8 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we now have a 1 1/2 by 9 3/4. That was that 1 1/2? Yes, okay. By 9 3/4. And then we have a 1 inch piece by 9 inches. We have a 1 1/2 inch piece by 9 inches. And we have a 3/4 inch piece. So we're going to flip this over. 3/4 inch piece by 7 3/4 inches. These little pieces right here are extra, so I'm going to stick them in the back. And then we'll go ahead and sort those.
So this piece up here is for page number 5. Four of these are the green side. So 1, 2, so 4 of these for page 3 and 4 of them for page 4. Page 3. And page 4. Now we have page 8. We have page 1, 2 of these for page 1, and 1 for page 7. And this is an extra piece that goes in the way back. Okay, so now we're going to do our final piece of pattern paper, because the rest of it will be cardstock pieces. And we're going to use the sorbet-ish color there. And our first cut is going to be at 10 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I want to see 1/2 inch here. Because I want those to go the right way if I choose to use the back side. So we're going to cut these at 10 inches. And this is extra. Then we're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 2 of these are at 10 inches. 2 of these get cut down to 9 3/4. And 2 of these get cut down to 6 1/4. Right, 6 1/4. And then the 2-inch piece, this gets cut down to 8 1/2. And since it's a 2-inch piece, you cut it 1 inches. And those 2 go there. That leaves you with this big, huge piece of paper and these pieces as well. So these are extra. Okay. And then these pieces, these 2 are for page 5 and 6. Page 5, page 6. One of these is for, or both of those are page 8. These 2 are for page 7, one for page 7 and one for page 8. These 2 little pieces are extra. And these are for page 7. And that's pattern paper number 3. All right, we're going to our first solid cardstock, which is the Ariana Gray that's in the kit. Our first piece is at 5 inches, so we're cutting 5 by 12. And our second piece is 5 by 12. The next piece is 170 or 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So that little square. And then we have a 1-inch piece. This cuts down, because that's 2 inches that's left. This piece gets cut down to 10 inches. And then you need 2 pieces at 1 3/4. So these little pieces here are extra. And that's it for that piece. So these go in the extra pile. This piece goes for page number 3. This piece goes for page number 4. This little piece goes for page number 2. These 2 pieces are for page number 1. And this little piece is for page number 6. Okay? Our second piece of Ariana Gray. Nope, it was fine. It's not scale on my sheet. The next piece of Ariana Gray, the first piece gets cut at 3. The second piece gets cut at 3 inches. And then down to 9 inches. Our next piece gets cut at 1 3/4 inches by 7 inches. And our next piece gets cut down at 2 inches by 5.5 inches. And then these 2 pieces are extra, and this piece is extra as well. And then these pieces are for page number 5. Page number 6. Extra. Nice little square there though. Page 5. And page 6. It is a really nice gray. It's kind of a little darker than slate, which is kind of nice. But slate would work so nice. Slate gray is just really pretty. Alright, our next piece is cardstock color number 2, and that is outdoor denim. Our first piece gets cut at 5.5. Nope, you have to buy it in the pack. And I just cut that wrong. Hold on, because I was talking and doing. I need to grab another piece. Actually, you know what? Nope, I'm going to fix it. Guys, we're going to fix it. Because, you know, nothing worse than having a piece you cut the wrong way. So let's just fix it. We know how to fix it. We know how to fix it. Just tape it back together. Alright, so our first piece we should have cut at 5.5. Okay. Our second piece at 4. And then we're going to cut at 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 1/4. This piece here is extra. This should be 2 1/2, and we're going to cut 2 at 2 1/2. And then we're going to cut 2 at 2 1/4. And we need to make these 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, these pieces right here are extra. They go in the way back. And then we have our piece for page 1 that we taped together because we did that wrong. We have these 3 pieces for page number 2. We have these 2 pieces for page number 7. And these 2 pieces for page number 8. Okay? And our next piece will be our second piece of outdoor denim. So it's solid cardstock number 2, piece number 2. And our very first cut is going to be at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 and at 5 1/4. This little piece is extra. Our next piece is going to be cut at 4 1/4, at 6 1/4, at 3/25, and then this is our extra. This will be 3 1/4. This little piece right here is extra, and at 4 1/4, and at 4 1/4. And this piece is extra. So again, we're going to go ahead and slip these in the way back of our page protector. These 2 pieces go for page 3. You okay, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is
Just
for
gonna
page
put
2.
some shoes on so I can make some foods.
Okay, thank you. And this one here is for page 3. These 2 down here are for page 4. All right. Our next piece is predominantly photo mats, and I've chosen to do white daisy with it. Now remember, if you're using white daisy, especially from Close to My Heart, it takes ink really, really, really well. So if you have inky fingers, you're going to have fingerprints on your white. So I just give you that ahead of time. So our first cut is going to be at 10 inches. And then we're going to turn that around and do 8 1/2. On this long piece that we have left, we're cutting this down to 1 1/2 inches. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 inch squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 little pieces here are extra. Now we're going to cut this piece down to 2 1/2, and we need 4 2 1/2 inch squares. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are extra. These are for page number 5. This large piece is for page number 5. These little pieces are for page number 5, and one of them is for page number 6. Alright, so we're now going to do solid cardstock
color number 3, piece number 2. And again, we're going to cut at 9 inches for our first cut, and 8.5. And then out of this piece, we've got 2.5 by 2.5, and we need 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. So these pieces here are extra. Go in the way back. These are for page number 6. And this large piece is for page number 6. Okay? Now, the next piece we have is solid cardstock color number 4, and I've chosen sorbet for that. And our first cut is going to be at 7 3/4 and at 5.5. Then we're going to cut this piece down to 5 1/4 by 6 1/4. These two pieces here are extra. And then we have a 2 3/4 inch piece by 6 1/4. These two pieces here are extra. And this goes there. So this is for, again, the extras go in the way back. This piece goes for page number 8. This piece goes for page number 7. And this piece is for page number 8. Okay? And then we have, that is our last piece actually that we have cut. We've done all of the cutting guides now. You should be left over with your workshop on the go. You should have a couple of extra sheets. You're going to have a full sheet of this piece of paper from Ariana. It's got blue stripes on the back. You're going to have a full sheet of this pattern with the sorbet. You're going to have an Ariana green. Is that Ariana green or is that a real green? Nope, it's Ariana green. And you're going to have 2 pieces of white daisy. So this will be nice so you can stamp, you can run it for titles, any of that kind of stuff. This is the very first cutting guide we ever did. We have the stamp set and everything, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So now that concludes video number 1 for our Ariana collection. Cutting guides for the Ariana collection. So I'm going to stop the video and we will see you in part 2, which is assembling the pages.